Hey, it's Deek, host of HGTV's Tiny House Builders and upcoming host of the series The Micromen. Myself and my brother Dustin, the Diedricksen brothers, we have a workshop coming up, fully hands-on, meaning you actually get to build a design, something you rarely get with other workshops, in North Carolina, Riegelwood, December 2nd, 3rd, 4th, RelaxShacks.com. Hey, what's up? I'm Deek from RelaxShacks.com, here with Mike Bedsole from TinyHouseChattanooga.com. Mike in the tiny house scene is known as the man of steel. Always, yeah, always framing, or not always, but for the most part, I've seen a lot of your builds. They are steel framed, which is something that's not so common in the tiny house world. So I want to do a short little video here with Mike, so Mike could explain why he's made the choice to frame with steel.
Yeah, awesome.
The advantages of.
Yeah. Well, when I first got into building tiny houses, I noticed they were very heavy, and so also being a moving structure, I wanted to mix both. I wanted to go lighter and be much stronger. The system that we use, we were the first in the country to do it. It's made by a machine out in Texas, and it literally prints this metal, or bends it, I guess you could say.
Really?
Cold form, right? So that the metal comes in a flat stock, and they bend it, right? And if you'll notice, it's pretty light, Over a build, it can save you 50 to 60% on your framing package, okay? It's also 25 times its strength.
25?
25 times.
Okay.
The system itself makes it 25 times its strength, okay? Also, it can't rust or rot. Bugs don't like it, which is helpful. The screws that we use are double threaded. They cannot back out, okay? And if you notice in this panel,
there's no racking. Yeah,
if this was wood, I would have just destroyed it, And so we still sheathe it on one side or the other, but I don't have to do both sides. It is strong enough without it, right? And so with that system, it takes your tiny house just to a whole new level, to where it should be.
So not only in terms of strength, but in terms of rigidity.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
which
down the road.
And there's always a fine balance between your house racking and it weighing too much and
Exactly.
what your axles can handle. Now all these holes here are pretty much pre-drilled to run.
Yeah, they're service
conduit,
holes.
electrical.
Yep,
Yeah.
and I can tell them how many I need or where I want them to be. They just pre-punch them for us.
Oh, okay.
But literally, they take our design. I send it to them. They'll print it in steel. We check everything, and it comes to me in whole panels usually.
And you just fit in bushings in here, so you don't.
Yep, they make special grommets for steel studs.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. Like there's always, I see people arguing online wood versus metal.
Right.
And certainly there are advantages. What about any disadvantages? Or any parts of it you don't?
It does take a little longer to use the material
Yeah.
as far as fixing stuff to it versus
Okay.
like a wood frame. You just pop out nail guns and go.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of screws and glue, which takes a little more time for sure. But the way I look at it, it outweighs the cost.
Yeah, okay.
It's the benefit you get from it. Now you might hear the thermal bridge thing every now and then, which is true. We also can do a sheathing with a polyiso foam between it and the metal, so you can take care of your thermal bridge if you're concerned.
Yeah.
But what I tell people is, remember, this is just a small living space. It's basically 2 hotel rooms put together.
Yeah.
But you can easily heat and cool something this small, even with some thermal bridge. But
Oh,
if you're
no
concerned
doubt,
about it,
yeah.
obviously we'll just do a different sheathing.
Overheating is the problem
Exactly.
sometimes.
We
Yeah.
can easily take care of it.
Yeah.
We close self-foaming anyway, and so it even adds that much more rigidity to it. And so it's good.
All right, cool. That probably answers maybe some of the questions
Yeah, I
out
hope
there.
so.
And I thank you
Yes, sir.
once
Appreciate it.
again.
Absolutely.
Mike Bedsole, TinyHouseChattanooga.com.